Hey y'all, it's Kevin, and it's time for some more random reads. A review of a couple of comics I picked up this week. It is New Comic Book Day. Normally I would be picking up a lot more comics, but I guess we all know about Diamond and the craziness going on there, so I ended up with two entire brand new comics this week. So let's take a look at what I got. Alright, let's start off with the new EC comic release. This is the second issue of Cruel Kingdom. I've been picking up the EC comics since they started the new ones up last year. I guess they started with Eptaz from the Abyss, and this is the fourth one. We started with Eptaz from the Abyss, then there was Cruel Universe, the sci-fi series, then Shiver Suspense Stories. We've had one of those, or maybe two. And now we have the second issue of Cruel Kingdom, which is a dark fantasy instead of like sci-fi for the Cruel Universe series, and horror for Epitaph from the Abyss, and so on. But I've been really enjoying these. They're an anthology series. You just get some short stories every week, or every month, I guess, each month. 3 stories in this issue. We got Steve Niles actually wrote the second story called The Hammer of Witches, which is my favorite one from this book. We had Chris Condon with P.G. Holden, who does some fantastic artwork on the first story, A Rare Immunity. And then we have Cameron Chittock and David Lapham on the final story. But the artwork here is fantastic. I'm really impressed with it. I don't know this guy, P.J. Holden. I don't know if I'm not familiar with him enough to know who he is, but I do like his artwork. The story's good. It reminds me of a Conan or Elric tale, kind of a Dungeons and Dragons, A Cursed Sword. Although, of course, as with most EC stories, the ending has its big twist, so I won't give that away. But then we get to Hammer of Witches, which this one I really enjoyed this story. It's Steve Niles has been around a long time writing this kind of stuff, and he never seems to get it wrong. It's got a great message, good theme, and a surprising twist at the end, as most do. And then we've got The Seat of Power, which is more like maybe a Game of Thrones type medieval setting, with 2 sons that are going to be taking over their father's throne. Interesting thing, the throne is private. No one ever sees the king on the throne when he does his work with the bankers, merchants, and generals. And of course the father dies, and the brothers aren't quite surprised at how it ends up. So there's another big twist, and it's a doozy. Yeah, this is worth it just for the witches story. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And my other pickup today was Absolute Superman. What can I say about Absolute Superman? It's the best one of the bunch, in my opinion. It's the one that's keeping me entertained. I've already dropped Batman. I think I'll probably pick up one more Batman, because I believe that'll be the end of the story arc. This doesn't seem like the end of the story arc, although it could be the end of, say, the first trade paperback, maybe, because I know issue 5 is going to go back to when he was a teen, still on Krypton, and show Kryptonian farmland, and goes back to that. But this one concentrates on the story of our Lois Lane, agent. Let me bring that down a little bit. Agent of Lazarus, who is currently trying to find Superman, since she has met him, and apparently, as these other people who have met him explain, well, we all tried to find him too. He just kind of seems to have that effect on people. So we follow her following him, and it's a really good story. Comes to an interesting twist at the end. Once again, everything seems to have a twist at the end. But I guess we'll find out next month what it's like to be a farmhand on Krypton. But this just keeps going. It reads so fast, I can't. It's almost like it's too short of a story. There's not enough happens in each issue. Even though it's good, it goes by too quick. I wish there was a little more meat on the bone each issue, I guess you'd say. So that's the two new ones this week. And there are others that came out or were supposed to come out this week. Maybe they didn't make it because of the Diamond fiasco. Or either way, I'm hoping they'll be in my shipment from my comic shop that shows up next week. In the meantime, I dug through the dollar boxes just to see what I could find, and ran across this. I don't recall ever seeing the Marvel history of the Marvel Universe, at least not this particular edition or version. So I figured for $1 I'll pick it up and see if it might be a useful source of trivia questions for my Monday night trivia show, which I hope everybody has taken a part of or will come and join us and see how well you know your comic books. And sometimes we might throw in a movie category or something like that, who knows. We do 4 rounds, 10 questions a round every Monday night. Starts about 9:15 or so. The live stream will start at 9. We give a little time for people to straggle in before we actually start the rounds. I also kind of wait for Council of Comics to get done with their show, because I do enjoy watching Council of Comics, and some of those guys come over and participate with us. Now, one of the titles I liked back in the I guess the early 90s, late 80s, mid 80s. I'm not sure when it first came out. Let's see, this one is from 1985, so that would be mid 80s, and it's number 26. This would be the first round by Mike Grell, John Sable Freelance. He's kind of a James Bond type character. No superpowers, just guns and a costume. So not quite James Bond. He does have a costume. But as you can see, this is Marv Wolfman. Wrote some of these. I picked up 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. And I've got 19, 20, 21, and 22, which are Wolfman. These are Stephen K. I never read all of these. This is the second series, and this one would be from the first series. So I've got just a couple of these. These are the ones I read when I was in high school. I'd like to get those back, and I would kind of like to read these as well. I mean, I like Marv Wolfman. He's a great writer on Teen Titans and other books in the 80s. But I remember it being a fun read. So, interesting character. And you can get just about every one of them out of a dollar box. So, it's a cheap collection to get. Although some of these may be a little more. Now, you may notice they say $3. I pulled them out of the dollar box, and when my comic shop went to go ring them up, she said, "Oh, $3 a piece." I said, "No, I got those out of the dollar box." And she goes, "Well, sometimes people put stuff in the dollar box they're not supposed to. But I've never sold a Sable comic for more than $1, so I'm going to let you have them for $1 a piece." So they cost me $1 a piece, $7. I got 6 for these and 1 for the actual one that is marked $1. So that's about it for this week's pickups. I hope you enjoyed my reviews, and I hope you're intrigued to go out and buy some Sable comics. Hey, let's get them out of the dollar boxes, make them worth something. It's a pretty cool character. And don't forget, Monday night trivia, be there. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it, I promise. And you might win something, because I give away some ducks every week, and well, at the end of the month, whatever duck wins is going to get a nice package of comic books.
And super foes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Trivia thunder, here we go. Who's the fastest on their toes? Come on now, let's see who knows. Who's the lady with the lasso? Truth and justice, she's a pro. Who's the knight in Gotham's glow? Feel the beat, let's go with the flow. Pressure's coming like a storm. Keep it funky, keep it warm. Superheroes big and small, can you answer them all? Comic books and super foes. Oh yeah, trivia thunder, here we go. Who's the fastest on their toes? Come on now, let's see who knows.
So come on by Monday nights, play trivia, see if you can win a duck answering questions. And if you can't, you can always win one randomly at the end of the show when the trivia is over. And then we hang out all night long talking about comic books. So, hey, come on and join us. Who knows? You can come on the panel, you can hang out, you can show stuff off. We're all having a great time on Monday nights. And if any other comics pop up, I'll pop up and show you what they are. Y'all have a great night.